Hello friends, welcome back to My Hobby Home. This is an Eat to Live edition. I know it has been a while since we have been in the kitchen, but today I am doing prep work for my budget-friendly Thanksgiving dinner. So for the next 2 days, you will be seeing either a prep or a Thanksgiving dinner. So let's get started with this. I have refrigerated eggs. I have floated these eggs. If you don't know what floating is, I just take a bowl of water and put my eggs in it to make sure that they're still good, because I don't know how long they've been in the store, and sometimes I don't know how long they've been in my refrigerator. So what I am doing, I have my Instant Pot. I am putting, it looks like I may need to do maybe more than that. Let me put a couple extra. I haven't floated these, but I'm going to put 2 extra eggs in there, because it looks like I may have a couple that may crack. So let me get that lid back on. So what we're doing, I am putting 2 cups of water. I may do more than 2 cups because my Instant Pot is a wide. I think the 2 cups is enough. But this is the Instant Pot Rio Wide Plus. So I have locked it here. We are putting it in pressure. I'm locking the lid. Now, so what we're going to do is, I'm showing you 2 things that can be done in the Instant Pot today. We're going to put this on manual, high pressure for 4 minutes. So we are clicking pressure cook right here. And we're clicking custom. We're turning that down to 4 minutes. And we're pressing that. And we're pressing start. What the pressure cooker will do, it will bring it up to pressure, and then it will cook for 4 minutes. And after it cooks for 4 minutes, we will let it do a natural release for 5 minutes. After that happens, we will then put the eggs over into a bowl of ice water for 5 minutes. So guys, I'm going to let this be going. I will get my next thing out. I will put my eggs up. So y'all stay tuned. We will bring this out. And as I said, we're doing this for 4 minutes. Cook time for 4 minutes on high. We do the manual high pressure, 4 minutes. And when it goes off, we natural release for 5 minutes. Now, while our eggs are going, I'm just going to talk to you guys a little bit here. It will take the Instant Pot about 20 minutes to come up to pressure, which is fine with me. That gives me time to be doing other things. Like my next thing I'll be showing you is my sweet potatoes. I am doing sweet potatoes just for eating. Not a sweet potato casserole, just sweet potatoes for eating. We have some people that like the casserole. We have some people that don't. So what we do is just a baked sweet potato. Once they're cooked, I cut them in half, not long ways. I don't cut them long ways. I cut them in half this way and then cut them in half long ways. And for whoever wants butter, cinnamon, and sugar, they can do that. I just do butter on mine. But I have all of my recipes here. This is what you will be seeing tomorrow. I am just prepping what I can. You probably see I'm moving a lot here. So I thought I would just give you guys an update and why y'all haven't seen me. It is very hard for me to stand up here. I have degenerative disc disease in my back, which is, you know, I've had it for years. I've probably had it 28 years now. So I've had it and I've dealt with it. And as I've gotten older, it's gotten a little worse, and it's hard for me to stand in one position very long. I'm missing the 3 lower discs in my back. They have disintegrated completely. I am bone on bone, but I'm still going. It just, I can't stand as long as I used to be able to. I am working on getting me a lower island that I can work with, that I can sit down at and work with, because guys, I love being in the kitchen. And right now I just can't be, because it has to be quick. It can't require a lot of stand time. Now, I am going to tell you, you are hearing a sound over here. That is my ice maker. I'm letting it make the ice because I am going to put that in this bowl when the eggs come out. So, I will be doing my 5 minutes in this bowl right here. Once I get my eggs out, I will add more water. I will put my sweet potatoes in there. So friends, are y'all getting ready for Thanksgiving? I hope so. It's Tuesday. And if not, we're kind of on the downhill part of it now. Normally, I have most of my casseroles done the weekend before Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving dinner is just really throw everything in the oven, and I'll make like the dessert a day ahead. I'll make, like right now tonight, what we are doing is deviled eggs. I'm doing my eggs to make deviled eggs. Then I am doing my sweet potatoes. These are things that once they're done, I could put in the fridge or even the freezer. As long as I pull it out of the freezer the day before, let it thaw out in the fridge, I can pop it in the microwave day of and it will be warm. Or, you know, as in the instance of potatoes, when I have my oven on and it is on low, I can do that. And friends, you probably see here, this is my new oven. It is a double oven, and you probably recognize the hand towel there. This is, I'll show it to you here, it's the same one. This is the beautiful hand towel that I got at TJ Maxx. Love it. So soft. Very absorbent. Absolutely love it. But we are going to be throwing a Thanksgiving dinner together. Very budget friendly. Now, when I do my shopping list for the Thanksgiving meal, I'm not going to do both sweet potatoes and sweet potato casserole. And the reason of that is that's not very budget friendly, because you need one or the other. So these here, I know were on sale for like 87 cents each for a sweet potato. That's good at my local Walmart. I don't know if it's still that price, but they had a huge bin of sweet potatoes. If they still have that huge bin tomorrow, I will be grabbing me probably about 10-15 pounds, because I like to go on and cook up sweet potatoes and have them in my freezer. My grandmother did that when I was growing up, and I'm like, that is perfect. She wrapped them in tinfoil and put them in a Ziploc bag. And when she was ready for a sweet potato, and she had to mark a bag because, well, no, she never did white potatoes. I do white potatoes as well the same way, because sometimes I just like a white potato with some chili and cheese on it. Now, being a diabetic, that is very seldom that I do that, but I still have some white potatoes in my freezer. So friends, we're going to let this cook, and we will be right back when this is coming out. Okay, friends, here we are. We are down to our last minute. I am going to take the potatoes out of the bowl here. I am going to put some ice in my bowl, and we'll be right back. Okay, friends, it has done a natural release for 5 minutes. This is where you're careful. You do another release. You just automatic release the steam. I have a bowl full of ice. This is the ice I get in my ice machine. Guys, this is fabulous ice. This is called Nugget Ice. It is amazing. I am going to get my bowl right here. I am going to open it away from me. So I'm now going to scoop my eggs out and put them down in the ice to stop their cooking. Now, I did not put water in here. This is just straight ice. It will have water very soon. Okay, so now that I am putting the eggs in the ice, I'm going to kind of throw some ice over the top of it. You will now hear my ice maker more than ever because it sees there's no ice in the machine at all. And it is going to be trying to refill that basket up. There we go. So while my eggs are under ice, let me push them out of my way here. I'm going to put a little bit more water in my Instant Pot. I put another cup of water in the Instant Pot. So now what I'm doing is just going to puncture my sweet potato like 3 times on 3 edges of it and put it in here. Now, I still have the rack in there. Now, these, I'm going to call these large, even though this one here is not large. It will be just a little more well done. Now, this is our prep right here. So now for the sweet potatoes, I have put them in there. I did a manual or custom. We chose high, 25 minutes. We're going to let this cook for 25 minutes. Since it is already warm, it will not take as long to heat up or come to pressure. So y'all stay here with me. Once they come to pressure and they're ready to come out, I will be back with you. I'll probably come back and we'll probably peel some potatoes too. Some eggs, not potatoes, some eggs. Okay, friends, while we are waiting on these sweet potatoes to do, they have 25 minutes to go right now. And then we're going to let them slow release for 10 minutes. And then we will get them out. So while we're waiting though, I have my bowl here. And I know I've got everything sitting up here in front of me. I'm going to start cracking my eggs. I just crack it, roll it. I do have my garbage can over here next to me. So when I get this peel off, I will just put that peel in the garbage can. I will rinse that egg and get another one. When you roll it, that shell just comes right off. Some of my eggs don't look so great. That one don't look too great. Sometimes I do them like this with my hands just to make sure. But that peel, guys, comes right off. I will show y'all. I think I have a video in the past doing this and how I do it. But I thought I would bring you guys along for my budget-friendly holiday meal prep. This is it. We're going to see if we can get some other things done tonight as well. It is already nighttime. If you could see the clock on my oven, it is almost 6 o'clock. And I meant to get this done a little earlier in the day, but it didn't happen. The ice is very cold. That's why I keep drying my hands off. And, oh, it is very cold. It's ice. Of course it's very cold. So, friends, if you have trouble peeling your eggs, this is the easiest way to do it. Instant Pot, high for 4 minutes. I have done them as up to 5 minutes. Let them slow release for 5 minutes. So, you cook for 5 minutes, slow release for 5 minutes. I just let them sit in the ice until I can get to them, which is always just in a few minutes, you know, whether it be 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I get to them. But they peel perfectly. You see here, I've got perfectly peeled eggs. Now, the reason I put some extra in there, I only need, y'all see how easy that come off? The reason I did, I think 8, was because sometimes I have eggs that will crack in the Instant Pot. And if you have an egg that has a very thin shell, it can do it. So let's see, I see my ice maker's trying to make ice. Bless its little heart right there. See, look at that. Perfect. I'm going to sit. Now, why was I throwing these in here? Well, I'm going to strain them because I don't want all that water in my garbage can. Okay, friends, now the true test of that 4 minutes on high. Let me show you. You get your well done hard-boiled egg. So what I will do is take the yellow out of the egg. I'm going to sit it over here in my little Tupperware dish. Oh, that kind of tore. This is also another reason why I do extra eggs. Now, I don't have to do them with a spoon. I just prefer to do them with a spoon because I'm going to end up stirring it with the spoon anyway. And my hands are clean, so guys, don't worry about that. They are clean. Now, I have my makings right here. I know some people, they're all about the Duke's mayonnaise. My family has never used Duke's. We have always been a blue plate family. We do not use sandwich spread. We use mayonnaise. Now, if I had my homemade mayonnaise, if I had any on hand, I would use it. But I haven't made any in a while. And it's not very hard to make. I just thought, well, this is going to be easier to just show you how I make it this way. That one egg really looks like it had some difficulties. But we get all of the yolks out. I only have room for one more egg, so we will have a spare egg. Okay, so now we have our eggs halves right here. We're going to start on our mixture. Now, I know I have you guys way out there where you can't see, but I will have the recipe down in the description. There should be a link to it. And we're going to start with half a cup of mayonnaise. I'm okay if there's a little extra in there. It doesn't matter to me. Because let me see how many eggs that called for. Well, it called for 12 eggs. So that's going to be a lot for 12 eggs. So we've got half a cup of mayonnaise. Now on our mustard, we want to shake it real good. It calls for 2 tablespoons. Since we're not doing 12 eggs, we're doing about a tablespoon. I use dill pickle relish. You can use whatever kind you like. It calls for a tablespoon for 12 eggs. I'm using a tablespoon for 7. And then salt and pepper to your content. I get a good pinch. I do like mine to have a good pepper taste in there. I do not put paprika on mine because I have some people in my family that don't like it or are allergic to it. So we've got this done now. Let me put this away and we'll get to stuffing. Okay, so now we are going to be mashing our egg yolks with all of our ingredients there. They will mix up really nicely. I like to do that little extra dill relish because I like to have that dill flavor in mine. I know people that put vinegar in it to give it that little bit of tanginess. I've seen people do Worcestershire, but I think we got mustard and dill, and that's going to make that flavor. So we're mashing, 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 and we're going to mix real well here. Still have an egg yolk there. Now you can get an immersion blender and do this in the immersion blender if you'd like to. I mean, saying that makes me think I may be able to get my cranberry sauce done tonight as well. Okay, I'm thinking I've got us done real good. Not real sure, but I don't see any. Well, I see one little chunk there. So what I'm going to do, I have my little Ziploc bag. You've all seen how to do this. We take our spoon and we put it down in that bag. Now, I have taste tested this, so know the salt and pepper and all that ratio is really good. Now, friends, this is a classic deviled egg. So I'm cutting that point off. And I know y'all hear my ice maker there. I'm going to start in my furthest one from me. Let's make sure our eggs are laid flat. I need to get a better grip on my bag here. Now, I have seen people put bacon bits on top of them. If you want to garnish your deviled eggs, by all means do that. I have people in my family, some like it, some don't. And so I just don't do it. I could put a little cayenne pepper on this, but those that are allergic to the paprika would probably be afraid to eat it in fear that it's paprika, so I'm not going to do that. Recipe 1 down. We now have the deviled eggs down. Let's taste them. Very, very good. Now we will actually have people fight over these. So I put my lid on it and I'll put it in the fridge and we'll be right back when these are ready. Now friends, while we wait on our sweet potatoes, they have 7 more minutes of cool down. We are going to get started on our cranberry sauce. Easy. 1 bag of cranberries. I believe the recipe is even on the back. It is, but they call it for whole cranberries. You can do this for whole or jelly. And I will show you how to do that. We are going to put our bag of cranberries in our bowl and wash them. And friends, into your washed cranberries, you will put 1 cup of water and 1 cup of sugar. Now, I don't normally eat sugar, so I'm surprised my sugar is not really hard. This is not a full cup, but it's close to it, and I can get the rest in there. There we go. So now what we are going to do is put this on the stove, and we are going to cook it at a low temp until the berries start popping. I have my lid sitting over on the stove with the cranberries right there. We only have like 2 minutes, so I am going to get a bowl and something to get these out with. I just thought about it. I don't need a bowl. I can take the rack and put it on here, but let's see if it's ready to release. But I am getting a plate to put them on after they cool because I will set them in the fridge. So what we are going to do, release that steam. It will take this a little bit to release because this did come cook longer, so it's got a little more, not really more pressure, but it just takes a little bit longer to release. Once it releases, I will get the rack, set it on our parchment paper, and we will cut 1 of the potatoes in half and then in half again, put a little butter on it and taste it. Okay, so now we can take our lid off, open it away from you. They have busted open on their own. I now have a spatula here that's going to help me. Oh, that is hot, and I have to be very careful here getting them out because they are trying to come apart. Very, very hot here, guys. So these are our sweet potatoes. Let's cut this one in half. Oh, man, y'all, that is very soft. I've got me some butter over here. Now, I have never done sweet potatoes in the Instant Pot. I'm having to open up some butter here. This is European style vat cultured butter. It is salted. It's called Grazier's Grass Fed. I don't even remember where I got this. But I do like to try different grass-fed butters. I don't need that all on one, but Let's see if I could break that. There we go. We're gonna let this melt. Y'all probably notice you don't see a lot of things while I'm working, and because it's already moved. I try to keep my area straightened up because I don't have a lot of space. So now this is our sweet potato. Y'all look at this. Just smooth as silk. That is fabulous. So now for the taste test. We're gonna make sure it's not gonna burn my mouth. That is delicious. That butter is amazing too. That is so good. I have cut up the cranberries on high, and I will be back once it starts getting ready for us to work with it. Well, friends, we are now back, but we're not bringing back cranberries. You see my little boiler here? Well, my daughter called while I was waiting, and we started talking, and I burnt them. So yeah, you see the haze here in the camera? It happens. Sometimes you burn things. You don't have all wins, but we do have 2 wins. We've got our sweet potatoes and we've got our deviled eggs ready for tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll be coming back making more of the dinner. Hopefully all of it. I am doing this early, so I'm not having to do it the day before. So friends, you can prepare this the weekend before Thanksgiving and pop it in the oven the day of Thanksgiving and have your meal ready in an hour. So give me a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. I like to bring cooking and sewing together. I may start bringing more cooking, but I'm not real sure. As I said earlier, I do have limitations of standing and doing cooking. So until I get a better setup, I probably will be very sporadic with my cooking. But subscribe if you have not yet. Feel free to leave a comment and tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, guys.